Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the official trailer that came out for Doom Patrol Season 3. If you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link to it in the description down below. But this trailer does give us some interesting insight. First and foremost, there isn't any Dorothy or anything with Niles in this, which I thought was fascinating, because in the teaser trailer, we do see like a shot or two of like Dorothy, so I'm assuming they're gonna kind of do like the Titans season 2 thing where they basically use the first episode to wrap up season 1, because if you're unaware, season 2 of Doom Patrol was cut short by like an episode because it's supposed to be 10 episodes, but because of the pandemic they weren't able to finish it. So I'm assuming the first episode is going to wrap that up, which immediately my mind's like, I hope that means things end happily ever after for Dorothy and Niles. I'd like to believe it's just like they're going to get like everything with Candlemaker is going to get resolved, and then like Dorothy and Niles are going to go off and do their thing. And you know, once again, the Doom Patrol is left, you know, while Daddy's away, the children will play type of situation. So we have Michelle Gomez in this season. I was like, oh, that's dope. Popping up, and she's a time traveler, so I was like, okay, we're gonna get extra weird, because even just the teaser trailer alone kind of showed like how weird and trippy this season's gonna be. And you add in time travel, you're definitely gonna get really trippy. But essentially she's come back because something really, really bad is going to happen, and so it's like, okay, so it's related to the Brotherhood of Evil, which we see Brain and Gorilla Grodd, which at first I was like, all right, I forgot like the Brotherhood of Evil already existed in this continuity, because that was actually Mr. Nobody's whole story, was him trying to get into the Brotherhood of Evil before he eventually became Mr. Nobody. But I forgot that whole thing. So they've already existed, but then like Larry says, like, weren't they already defeated? And it seems like the Brotherhood of Evil isn't the issue. They're kind of old news. It seems like it's like this Sisterhood of Dada is like the main issue. Now I'm familiar somewhat with the Brotherhood of Evil, but Sisterhood of Dada, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's supposed to be like the sister group to like the Brotherhood of Evil, but it seems like they're the main threat, and Michelle Gomez's character wants them to kill, and they're like, whoa, that's not what we do, even though you guys have killed people, but it's more so supposed to be in self-defense. But there have been moments you guys have kind of run wild and kind of killed people, so, but it's kind of like, we're not hired guns to kill people type of thing. But it's like the Doom Patrol, it's like, right, we're not heroes. Like, you want to believe that we're that squad, like, at least trying to, I think it's Jane saying it to the team, that like, right, you guys want to be like Niles, like superhero squad, but that's not who we are. We're the screw ups, so that like that's all we've ever done is kind of screw up and like trip our way through all these situations. We're not the heroes of this story, even though they're trying to be. So, and even Rita saying the whole line of like, right, no matter how much time we get like knocked down and bruised up, we always kind of get back up, because everyone's dealing with something. It seems like Vic is dealing with his systems being shut down. I don't know whether that's something beyond his father's control, and like maybe Star Labs is doing that and not his dad. His dad's been very controlling in the past about that, but who knows. Then you have Larry still dealing with the whole entity and all that he is, especially with this time travel stuff. It seems like they're kind of implying like, right, it's not just about saving the day. We could save ourselves. We could potentially make it so that what happened to us never happened to us. Like, you know, for Larry, he's been dealing with a lot with his past over the past 2 seasons, obviously, and for him, this is probably a chance to take the knowledge he has and repair. I mean, once again, it depends on like how the whole time travel thing works, because it's most likely going to be like, right, all this is going to get erased, and so, but it's like he probably thinks like, given a second chance, they could probably make things better all around. Like Cliff could, you know, tell his human self like, hey, like, take the time to like fix things, because his brain is deteriorating like after all this time. It seems like that's kind of implied upon. So I guess like we're kind of abandoning the whole like becoming human again thing, because it's probably like, no, if I just stay human, I don't have to worry about becoming a robot, and I can be there, you know, fix things with me and my wife, and I can be there in Clara's life. You know, Jane's still dealing with the whole aftermath of everything, because whether that gets immediately resolved in the first episode or not, but it's like, we thought, you know, what was supposed to be Miranda like kicking things up, you know, in the underground, it was actually like kind of like this dark essence that's her dad that lives somewhere inside of her that was manipulating the whole situation. So I think still dealing with the aftermath of that is going to be a bit crux of Jane's story. Because with Rita, I'm sure, like, obviously a lot of stuff and mistakes that she made in the past that she wishes she could take back. But I think it's all about, you know, how she's changed as who she is now, that she wants to kind of keep a lot of those changes. She probably feels like she's a better person now, and she probably, if she could rewind things, she'd rather probably be a better person back then, rather having to go through all the trials and tribulations that she went through to become a better person. But that does kind of point out to an interesting thing of like, right, if you go down that route, if you kind of erase the journey that made you the person you are, like the good and the bad are what make you who you are. So maybe that's kind of a conclusion they're going to come to at the end of like, right, we need to, like, you know, negative spirit and all when it comes to like Larry's case of like, it's all, there is good that came from everything. This journey was necessary for our growth, and if we take that away from ourselves, like how can we guarantee that we will be a better version of ourselves, that this might not, like, despite everything, this might be the better versions of ourselves. So something of that nature could be something that they really dive into this season as well. Just what we see, that section of like Kip, like, and like the Doom Patrol, but they're kind of zombies, and it's like, what's going on in that episode. Obviously we have the for the sake of this video, butt monsters back. Obviously I wouldn't use that word in other contexts, but it's like those butt monsters, they're back because we haven't seen them since season 1. I don't think they popped up at all in season 2 to my recollection. I could be mistaken. So it just looks like more wild and crazy Doom Patrol, but even with the wild and crazy, you know there's going to be a lot of heart to it because the show balances that very interestingly well. So I'm very excited for this season to see, you know, ultimately what goes down, what craziness ensues. Obviously these are just some of the things going through my mind. I'd love to get to know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are you expecting to see from this season? What do you want to see? Let me know. But really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, light to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.